Hey everyone, it's Angie. Welcome to my channel. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today is quick and easy day, and we are making this cute little treat holder. This is so easy, y'all. I've done these before. I made this one bigger than, I think I did one like 4 or 5 years ago. Can't remember exactly, but it's been a while. But this one is a really good one, and I love the window in it. You can put any shape window that you want. But yeah, you can just stick with these. These are great for classrooms. I've actually made these for classrooms before. But isn't this, I had to use the ghost again, y'all. I just love this little ghost. He's so adorable. And this is from the Oh My Fright bundle. So let me show you what I used. I used this Oh My Fright bundle here. And then I just used this little one from the Scalloped Wishes dies. So the Scalloped Wishes bundle, but I just used that. You can use anything, like I said, for the window in it. But you know, the project I did the other day had a window, so you know I love windows. But here's the project I did for Sunday. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out. And this is what we're sharing today. All right, super, super easy and quick. You can do this in 5 minutes, y'all. All right, so we are going to be using Designer Series paper. It's 6.5 by 6. And the one that I'm using today is the Frightfully Fun. So it's this one right here. And what was so fun about this one, I don't want to take the candy out, but I used this one, but on the opposite side, when I folded it, you can see the little tree right behind the window, and it was really cute like that. Today I'm going to do the Timid Tiger for this one, and then I'm going to show you an option for you. So this one, and well, you're going to go ahead and stamp. You need window sheet, and this is 2 1/4 by 3. All this will be in the inspiration sheet on my blog at stampingwithamore.com. So we are going to stamp with the Memento, because I'm going to use the Ohuhu markers for this. And we'll put the little ghost here. And let's see if our trick or treat will fit across here. Ooh, I think it just will make it. So let me grab, I like using the VersaFine Clear for the sentiments because I love how it stamps for sentiments. So I'm just going to stamp it right across here because we're going to cut it to use it on our project. And I am just using the BV31 and RV08. Now some of these numbers are going to be different from the other ones I had because I just ordered this new set that has the little blunt side on it. It has the brush and then it has the blunt. I just wanted some that had these on it so I can color small areas, and this is for his cheeks. So I'm just going to use this one for outlining. Just going to outline him, and just so he stands out a little bit more. I did this on my other project where I used him, but he is so cute. And then we're just going to put some little cheeks on him. And I believe, yeah, the blunt one is where the dark band is on these. So we're just going to put some little cheeks. But he's so adorable, y'all. I just love this little ghost. I'm going to use my color lifter, and I'm just going to lift some of the color around the edge, kind of blend it in. This is good for that, so it's not such a sharp little... I'll go ahead and link these in the description too. I have my other ones in there that I have. Those are a lot cheaper. I did pay a little bit more for these because they are the newer version. And I'm loving these, y'all. I've been playing a lot with these, and I really love them. I'm going to cut him out, and I'll be right back with that. I'm also going to cut out the little bats from some black cardstock, which I have right here, and we will be back. Okay, so here's our little ghost. He's adorable, and we're going to take the little bats too. You know, I just love fun. I'm not really into Halloween that much, but I do love the fun ones. All right, we're going to cut out the trick or treat here. I'm just going to cut it out really small. And we are going to cut out the trick so we can just layer it on the box. All right, we're going to set these all aside, and let's just stick it up here. And we're going to score this piece. I'm going to score it on this side because I am going to fold it against the score mark. So on the 6.5 inch side, you're just going to score it at one. Always use your larger one. I always say that when you're using designer series paper, so it doesn't tear your paper. So you're scoring at 1/2 and at 3. And then what we need to do is cut out our window. So here is our little die I'm using. This is how I measure where to put it so it falls in the center, because you can see this is a lot bigger. It's going to kind of fold like that. I wanted a lot of space in this, and then what I'm going to just do is I'm going to mark with the pencil, just put a dot there right in the center, and then I know where to put my little, whatever you're using for your little window. So I'm going to run this through and I'll be back with that. Okay, so we have our window in there now. Let's get our little window sheet piece. I'm going to use wet glue because I always use wet glue on these because it dries clear. Make sure you put enough though so it holds it. And oops, has some little fuzzes on it. And just lay that down. And you want to give this time to dry before you put it all together. So what we're going to do next is we're going to just flip it, because this is the video. I'm not going to just sit there and wait 5 minutes or so. So I'm going to use some of my tear and tape on here. Make sure you use something strong. You can use wet glue or the tear and tape, and we're going to just lay one piece across down here. And then I'm going to put another piece down at the bottom on the inside. This is kind of like when you do a sour cream container. So we are going to go ahead and remove the background. We're going to remove this piece right there. And make sure you just take it like this and line it up instead of just laying it flat, because I usually do the end, one end, and then the opposite end. This is so easy, y'all. Your kids or grandkids can help you make them for their classroom. It's so easy. All right. And then that other piece is over on this side, and you're going to have to pull this out from underneath that piece there. But what you want to do here is you want to push it just in the middle and then flare it out on both sides so it lays flat like that, just like when you're doing a sour cream container. All right, okay, we are going to punch a hole in here in the top. And I only have some other candy corn, so I'm going to stick these in here for now, and then I will decide what I'm going to do with it after. But you can put quite a few candy corn in here. I use this bag for both of these, and I think I got that at the Dollar Tree. I am going to grab, I wanted to use the basic white, but I'm going to go ahead and use the black on this one. And you're just going to cut enough here. And this is the shimmer one. I really love this one too. Everything will be linked. Now this is a little bit harder to put through because the hole is so small, but I like to leave that hole small. So I'm going to I might need a little help pushing this through with my little paper piercer, because it is a small hole. Watch your fingers though if you do this. And then what you're going to do is just open this up. And you're going to put this through your little loop there, and then just pull it tight. And I'm going to shorten this because it's a little bit too long. You can make one longer than the other. You can leave them both the same size. It's all up to you. All right, now let's add our little pieces here. Our little ghost, we're going to pop him up. And then I'm going to show you an alternative. So stick around. Okay, we're going to put him here. We're going to go ahead and put the trick or treat on. I'm going to do this one first. So just going to put that there, and then the trick is going to go right on top. And then we're going to put our little bats. And let's see, I'm going to do, I think I did the biggest to the smallest. I'm going to put it on the window sheet and then go all the way up. You can put them however you like. These are all from the same bundle, by the way. And then we'll do this one. Oh. Come on, get on there, little guy. And there you have it. Y'all, I'm telling you, 5 minutes and you will be done. Here is the other one. Do you like the darker one or the lighter one? I'm kind of leaning toward this one because you can really see the ghost on it and the little bats. But you can do it however you want. So here is an alternative. You can do these for any occasion, y'all. They'd be great stocking stuffers, classroom projects. So I did make one with my little gingerbread. So the stamp set that I used from this is the one that I used on my project on Sunday. And it is called Home for Christmas, which will be available September 1st, which is getting really close, y'all. But look how cute he is. So I did him a little bit different, but used the same paper and the same gingerbread. So there you have it. I hope you like the projects. If you need any supplies, you can shop on my blog at stampingwithamore.com. Have a super blessed day. I'll catch you in the next one. See you later, everyone. Bye.